Okay, start tayo ng Module 18. This module naman is, topic niya is about impairment ng goodwill. Di ba nakakaraan, pinag-usapan natin yung inventories, PPE, bonds, dividends. Ngayon naman yung impairment. Di ba yung napag-usapan natin na yung goodwill is hindi siya ina-amortize. Hindi siya nagbabago unless impaired. Ngayon, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano ang gagawin pagka na-impair yung goodwill. Okay, magbasa muna tayo ng concept notes. Impairment of goodwill. Siyempre, kung proportionate method yung ginamit, alam naman natin yan, di ba? Pag proportionate method yung ginamit sa pag-compute ng goodwill, yung goodwill ay kay parent lang, attributable to the parent only. Pero kung ano naman siya, fair value yung ginamit, siyempre yung goodwill attributable to parent tsaka NCI. Okay? Actually, ito yung topic dito. Pero for theories, i-discuss din natin yung change in parents' ownership interest in subsidiary. Thus, that result to control is accounted for as equity transaction. Result to loss control is accounted for as reconsolidation. Ibig sabihin, pag example, di ba may control ka, tapos binenta mo yung iba mo, yung ibang shares mo, edi wala ka ng 51%, wala ka ng bumaba yung control mo, nawala, significant influence lang. Ibig sabihin, hindi na natin siya pwedeng i-consolidate, di ba? Yun lang yung sinasabi dito na deconsolidation yung tawag. Ang entry niya normally pag ganyan is ibabalik mo lang. Ito explain ko yung entry kasi kung gusto niyo maintindihan yung concept, pwede rin namang true entry, mabibasa niyo siya kung paano. Example, nagbenta ka ng share mo, di ba? Yung cash or other asset na receive mo nung binenta mo, kunyari may 80% ka, binenta mo yung binenta mo yung 40%. So 40 na lang yung natira sa'yo, di ba? So wala ka ng control. Meron ka na lang significant influence kasi less than 50% na yung control ownership mo sa kanya. So ganun lang. Kung paano yung pro forma entry natin sa consolidation, ibabalik lang natin. O yung cash or other asset, yung ma-receive mo, syempre, investment account, ibalik mo. NCI, tanggalin natin. Liabilities ng subsidiary, tanggalin mo kasi hindi na tayo isa, di ba? Tapos asset of former subsidiary, tanggalin din. Syempre, wala nang goodwill kasi wala nang consolidation. Tapos yung difference, yun yung magiging gain. Okay? Tapos kung gusto mo naman naka-formula, ganito. Consideration received at fair value. Syempre, kung binigyan stocks at fair value, kung pera, de pera. Investment retained in former subsidiary at fair value daw. NCI at carrying amount. Okay, ilagay mo lang dyan. As former subsidiary ng carrying amount, tanggalin mo, tapos goodwill carrying amount, tapos yung gain or loss. Ito. Ganito siya computed. Okay, mag-activity tayo. Isang activity na lang yung i-discuss ko kasi parehas lang naman yung activity 3 tsaka activity 5. I-explore nyo na lang. Sige ha. On January 1, 20X1, Bright Company acquired 75% interest in Dahl Company for 180,000. On this date, the carrying amount of Dahl net identifiable asset 160 equal to fair value. Ibig sabihin, equal yung carrying amount ng binili mo tsaka dun sa fair value. Meaning, walang FBA or fair value adjustment. Gets nyo yun ha? Non-controlling interest was measured at fair value of 60K. Meaning, pag ganyan, alam na natin na yung magiging goodwill dyan is attributable to parent tapos magiging attributable to NCI, di ba? The financial statement of the entities of December 31, 20X1 shows the following information. Okay? No additional information. No dividends were declared by either entity during 20X1 and there were no intercompany transactions. Okay, so wala. However, it was determined by year-end that the goodwill was impaired by 10,000. Sige. Prepare a draft of December 31 consolidated financial statement and ayun. Sige, paano ba gagawin natin dyan? Unang-una, syempre, ilatag natin yung FBA analysis natin kahit wala siyang FBA. Ilatag mo lang, di ba? Magkano yung fair value daw ng acquisition date? 160,000. Magkano yung fair value? 160. Magkano yung carry amount? 160. So, walang FBA ito. Tapos, tingnan natin yung December 31 niya. Magkano yung equity niya? Equity lang ha, tandaan, equity lang ha, hindi kasama yung liabilities. 210. So, 210. Magkano net changes? 50,000. Next, after yan, compute natin yung goodwill. Okay, yung goodwill niyan is 180,000 yung consideration transferred plus mo yung fair value na 60,000 ng NCI. So 180 plus 60 minus ang fair value ng net identifiable asset ng acquisition date ay 60. 'Di ba? So 180 plus 60 minus 160. So, ang total goodwill natin ay 80,000 at the date of acquisition, di ba? 80,000 at the date of acquisition. Okay. Pero since ang bago dito is may impairment tayo na 10,000. Tapos, fair value method yung ginamit. So, malamang may share si NCI tsaka si parent. So, ganito na gawin natin. Ang suggestion ko dyan, pagka ganyan naman na goodwill yung tinatanong and may impairment, sundan natin yung formula sa libro para hindi na tayo malito. Para isahang compute na lang. Okay? Ang alam, di ba 80,000 yung goodwill at initial acquisition. Pero may impairment, dapat 70,000 na lang siya at consolidation date. Sige, biyakin na natin agad. Di ba? Magkano consideration transfer natin for computing the goodwill of the parent? 180,000, di ba? Tapos kunin mo na agad yung share na binili natin. 160 yung total net identifiable asset of subsidiary times mo sa 75%, ang makuha mo is 120,000. So 180,000 minus 120,000, ang goodwill dapat niyan is 60,000 attributable to the parent. Pero meron tayong impairment kasi, 'di ba, na 10,000. So yung 10,000, hindi naman lahat sa atin yun, 'di ba? Times mo lang sa 75%, yun na yun. Yun na yung magiging impairment share natin. So ang goodwill for the parent is 52,500. Okay. Tapos, paano ba computein yung share ng NCA naman pagka goodwill na fair value method? Kunin natin yung fair value niya, di ba? 60K. Tapos, yung 160,000 times 25% or yung net identifiable asset of whole subsidiary times mo sa NCI na 25%, 40K. So, meron kang 20,000, di ba? Na goodwill at initial acquisition. Tapos, share niya sa impairment, 10,000 minus ay times 25% is 2,500. So, ang goodwill na lang is 17,500. Pag-plusin mo, yung 52.5 tsaka 17.570. Magkano yung initial goodwill natin? 80,000. Magkano impairment? 10,000. So, sakto, di ba? 70,000. Step 3. Anong step 3 natin lagi? Kukumputin natin yung NCI. Pero since walang FBA adjustment, madali lang. Kunin mo lang agad yung consolidation date niya na fair value ng equity. Since walang FBA, yun na yun. 210 times mo lang sa share niya is 52.5 plus goodwill, di ba? Since fair value. Pero, ang gagamitin natin goodwill dahil may impairment is yung impaired goodwill niya, which is 70,000. Sundan, syempre. Consolidated retained earning. Alam na natin yan, di ba? Pag consolidated retained earnings, pag initial na acquisition date, yung retained earnings ng parents. Pero kasi subsequent na to, gamitin na natin yung share niya, tsaka yung retained earnings niya. Ilatag mo na agad. Alam mo na yan, 110. Tapos, magkano net changes? 50,000. So, 50,000 times 75% is 37,500. Kaso, may impairment ng goodwill ha. Ito, tandaan nyo ha. Pag impairment, pag bonds, di ba? Pag gain or loss sa bonds, plus mo ng buo, di ba? Plus or minus pag bonds. Pero pag goodwill, yung share mo lang. Kung 10,000 yung whole impairment, ito yung share mo lang, 7.5. So, ito ang consolidated retained earnings natin, 140,000, 110 plus net consolidation adjustment na 30,000. Consolidated profit or loss. Kunin mo lang yung 240 tsaka 50. Okay, nailatag natin yung 240 tsaka 50. Yung 50, hinati lang natin sa 75 tsaka sa 25. Tapos yung goodwill, i-share mo din, di ba? 75, 25. 270 tsaka 10,000. Okay na yun. Tapos, gawin natin yung consolidated financial statement, investment in subsidiary, eliminated. Other asset, pagplasin mo lang kasi wala naman fair value adjustment, di ba? Yun na yung fair value niya. Goodwill, lagay mo 70. Kung na-note nyo, di ba yung goodwill natin, yung acquisition 80. Pero since may impairment, tinan nyo, 70 na lang yung gagamitin natin na goodwill, yung 105. Liabilities, pagplasin mo lang, share capital, pagplasin mo lang. Retained earnings, yun na-compute natin, 740. Non-controlling interest, yun na-compute natin, 905. Okay. Revenue for the year consolidated, plasin mo lang yung revenue nila, 300 plus 80, tapos 60 plus 30, tapos goodwill, 280,000. Tapos ito yung na-compute natin kanina. Okay na yung day 18 natin.